Hey guys, what's going on? RDM2120, Clint here. So today I'm going to give you guys a prophecy deck profile or spellbook deck profile, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. There's not really going to be an extra deck because you don't need one, but there are several cards here that I have accumulated just in case I need them ever, but you most likely won't. Anyway, so One World of Prophecy. Um, I thought about trying two, but combined with the fact that you don't really need to, plus it's you don't really you just don't need to. Plus it's dead if you draw one anyway. But that's why I have one card in the deck that I run. So yeah, this card just makes the deck so much better. It lets it be your tier 1.5, tier whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. So yeah, that's the reason why the deck is so good again. Two High Priestess of Prophecy. This card is still really good. No matter what anybody says, it's yeah, you just run it. And then the staple 3 Blue Boy. This is, besides Secrets, it's your Searcher. And I think it's better than Secrets, really, because it lets you get Secrets, as well as Secrets lets you get this, but you can actually you can't use Secrets and then Masters without a Spellcaster on board. But this will let you do it, plus, it's pretty good. Plus, its effect is pretty stupid, where even if it's flipped face up, so when you can use Fate and flip it back down if you only have 2 spellbooks in graveyard in order to activate Fate effect. And then you can just get another search off for Secrets or an Eternity for the next turn. Triple Temperance. You use this to get out either Priestess or World, whatever the duel is asking for at that specific time. What I like to do before each time I use his effect is I use something to search out Wisdom, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, and I make sure that I have it just in case that they have a trap like I don't know, Torrential or Bottomless for whatever I bring out with Temperance. So yeah. And then one Justice. I keep thinking of taking it out just for the Kaiku main deck Kaiku, but I don't really see the point. Because this thing, I can just banish it at the end of the turn, and then search for secrets and a priestess. So yeah, to the spells, it's generic stuff when it comes to spell books. You run 3 secrets, because you have to. There's not really much explanation that needs to go with that. 2 master, because 3 clogs. You don't need 3 anyway, because the next card will just bring it back for you each time. And that card is 2 tower. Well, the card is tower. The amount you run is 2. You don't need 3. I mean, I think a year or so ago, so they were only running 1, but I don't quote me on that because I'm not completely sure. So yeah, 2 tower. And then some people say cut this card out, but I don't see the reason why. I mean, Star Hall. I mean, 1 Star Hall you don't need 2. 1 Star Hall is just great. You don't really go neg by playing this. I mean, eventually if you have Blue Boy on the field and this at the same time. I've gotten this thing up to 20 counters, alright, like multiple times. I think the highest I've ever gotten it was like 26 or something. 26 counters on this 1 Star Hall, which means Blue Boy was 3100 by itself. I mean, plus they don't really want to destroy Star Hall because you can just search Priestess or you can search World or whatever the hell you want to search. Most likely it would be another Blue Boy just to search for something else. Anyway, busted ass card is busted, which would be Fate. So 1 Spellbook of Fate, not 2, 1, 2 Spellbook of Fates, and yeah, because Fate is good and Fate lets you do so many things. The first effect is useless. I never use it. I don't need to use it because I'd rather use an MST or something, which I don't main deck either because I don't need it at all because I have Wisdom. So yeah, you could use the banish 3, which is banish 1 of them, and then banish 2 to set a card. And I never set my opponent's cards, I always set mine because it's always a Blue Boy on field. And the Blue Boy will let you search for Eternity or Secrets, like I said before. 1 power. I don't run 2. I initially wanted to run 2, but everything else in the deck wanted to stay. This deck is 41 cards in it. So yeah, so 1 power, because it's good. Also, 2 Wisdom. I also thought of running this card at 3, but I didn't need to. because it wasn't as trap heavy as I expected it to be, because everybody was just like, oh my god, set 5 format, heavy storm's gone, and then the top decks aren't even using that many traps. So I main deck 2 of them, and then if the format changes again, I'll side deck the third one. Anyway, double Eternity, because I banish a lot of stuff. I mean, with Priestess plus Fate, you banish a lot of cards, and with Starhall on the field, you can just use this to search to get double, because you always banish one secrets, because you know you can get it back with Eternity. So yeah, anyway, on to the next one. One Spellbook of Life, just one, just to get World back. World plus it's blowing up effect plus Wisdom. It makes it so World is just as good as he was brought out by Temperance. So yeah, and then 3 of this guy. I mean, this card. Crescents, 3 Crescents, Spellbook Library of the Crescent. It came out as Super. I'm gonna try and pick them up eventually. So yeah, this card's just really all around good, and you don't run one of it, even though it could be dead if you play it later on. But I think I've used this card maybe twice in one duel, because Tower just made me put everything back before the duel was over, and it just netted me so much advantage. So Tower is just +1 until they destroy it. It's an initial +1 unless they destroy it on activation, or they destroy it whenever. Because the only card you would ever want to summon is Blue Boy, but you don't want special summon Blue Boy. Anyway, 1 Book of Moon, like the staple spells I run are 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole just because it's the only one of the Unholy Trinity left, and Book of Moon is just an all-around good card. Set your Blue Boy on when they attack, and then you can just search, so it does the same thing Fate does. Or it can even stop Synchros if you're facing Synchros. Then 2 Duality. So I got the idea for Duality from Pro Winston's channel when he interviewed the guy at the YCS Toronto for his top 16 deck profile. He ran 3. I only run 2 because I don't need 3. I find that I would because I special summon, somehow I always manage to special summon a Priestess, or I'll be able to special summon a Priestess or special summon a World. And then this card just makes me mad, especially when you Duality into a Duality. So that's why I cut the third one and put in something else. And I don't remember what it was. I think it was the Book of Moon or something else like that. Then Summon Hate is just the Bottomless, Torrential, and the Warning. So yeah, so these 3 cards, Torrential and Bottomless both got hit to 1. So plus, running traps is always nice. And I do like running traps because it provides a little bit extra protection besides Fate. So yeah, so I run a few traps. And then 1 Compulse. Just because Compulse is my favorite trap. Because it just gets around everything. Unless it's they have Safe Zone on their card. But, whatever. 2 Fiendish. Again, I got the idea for Fiendish instead of Breakthrough Skill from the Bro Instance channel for the YCS Toronto guy. He ran 3, I only run 2. I cut the third one for this card, which is Mirror Force. Ultra Mirror Force MRD in bad condition. Because I got it for $10, so why not? Anyway, I cut the third for Mirror Force just because. Mass Destruction when they attack, and then the 1 Phoenix Wind Blast to get rid of a dead World in hand, and then you can summon it with life. So yeah, and then that's the main deck. 41 cards in all, I think, if I counted right or counted correctly. My bad. So here's some cards you can run in the extra deck. 2 Hierophant. I mean, you can also run a Big Eye and then a Draco Sag, but why would you? I mean, you wouldn't need that anyway. Hierophant is just the heavy storm of the deck, basically, if you can make it. I've had 2 pieces out multiple times, and never even needed to go into him. But it's just a 2800, and then detach 1, destroy all the spells and traps on your opponent's side of the field, which is Harpy's Feather Duster, not heavy. What am I saying? Harpy's Feather Duster. Yeah. Alright, so some just generic rank 2s that you can make because of Blue Boy. Shining Elf. Because, why not? It's also a Spellcaster. 1 Gachi Gachi, because Gachi Gachi Stall is a thing. Super. Next card, Herald of Pure Light. This card, whenever I summon it, it's so good because I always have a Temperance in graveyard or something like that, and then I can just detach this because I made it with 2 blue boy. Detach from this, summon in defense mode usually because you know it's not a spellcaster, so it doesn't get the attack boost from Star Hall. So detach 1 and get the, because you already have a target in the graveyard, which is Temperance, and then you add the blue boy back, and then you'll just put, I can't remember what is it. What does it say? And then put 1 card from your hand into your deck, right? And then shuffle, obviously. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, you most likely just put a spellbook back and then search it back with blue boy, or search it with secrets, or search it with masters, whatever the loop is you're doing at the moment. There's a card. The deck is stupid. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't like when me and Kyle have been trying to do a video on it for so long. About people bitching about the meta deck you play, but you know, whatever, it's whatever. Mistbird Colossus, and I do run some synchros, even though I don't use the extra deck at all because I have side deck Veilers, and I don't run main deck Tuner because you don't need to. And then anyway, Mistbird Colossus because you can make it, and why not? Then this guy, Super Catastor, because Catastor is good, even though I don't think I can make it at all. Yeah, I don't think I can make it. You know, unless life just boosts the level of something, and then side deck Veiler or whatever. Anyway, some side deck cards I have, because why not? There's Catastor there for some reason. Anyway, Veiler. There's 3 Veiler in the side deck. I just have them in another deck right now, and I don't want to get them. The 1 Kaiku. There's 2 Maxine here as well, but the Maxis are in another deck as well. I might be doing a deck profile on that deck sooner or later. 1 D-Fisher because it's good, and it just hurts most decks that run heavy monsters. So yeah, 1 Soul Drain, 2 Mind Drain, double Rivalry of the Warlord, and then this card, which is amazing, Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell. I'll tell you what set it's from. It's from IOC, Invasion of Chaos. Discard 1 spell card and then negate the activation of a spell card, and then your opponent cannot use that spell card for the rest of the duel. So that's no problem for spellbooks. I was thinking of trying to main deck this card because so many decks use spells, like most rogue decks, right? But yeah, it's whatever. Side deck this. I would side this in against the mirror match, obviously. I would also side in side them in against Fire Fist because you just do this against Tenki, and then they've just lost their best card. And then if you have the second one in play and you can discard again, you can hit their Tensu, and then they can't do anything because all they have is Gyoku and Yoku, and they run maybe 3 combined of those 2 cards. And then Bear has nothing to pop for his effect, and they have no Searcher and they have no double summon. So yeah, that's why I run this card, because a lot of decks get hurt by it. So yeah, so that's been my Prophecy deck profile. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I don't know, favorite button, I guess, whatever.